Hi, everybody. It's Deborah with Deborah's Blue Tarot. It is Sunday morning, or close to midday or noon, the 25th of May. And I didn't expect to be here today because I've been sick for a couple days. And this morning I couldn't take a deep breath. I still really can't. But I had a chest x-ray and they let me look at it because, as you probably know, I'm an imaging professional and have been for 46 years. Not that the doctor doesn't know, but I know more about a chest x-ray, to be honest, than most doctors. And that's one of the hardest images to read because of all the anatomy that overlies. They want me to repeat it in like 6 weeks. I will do that. That's a reasonable request. Outside of that, I'm happy to be back here. Really, I am. So, I want to read on Kristy Nome, who is a monster in a dress or slacks, whatever. She is the secretary of something. Doesn't really matter what she is. She's in the cabinet. She has the responsibility of picking up people and deporting them. That's her call. And they are now picking up American citizens. Whether they look like me or otherwise, they are American citizens with legal status to be here for the rest of their life. That is what I call an American citizen. This is not a green card thing, whatever, okay? You don't believe me? Go look at the hearings in Congress. Senator Jayapal was interviewing Kristy Nome. I have a particular hate for her. She was involved in locking up all those children in Felon 45's first nightmare of a term. And that's when I started protesting again. They locked up all of these people at the border, separated babies from mothers, little toddlers, and even an 8-year-old. I don't care what the age is. They separated families, and they'll never be able to reunite most of them. Joe Biden worked very hard on getting a lot of these people reconnected, I guess you'd say, with family. By the way, YouTube, for entertainment purposes only. So let's read on Kristy Nome, and let's see what a liar she is. And let's see what the cards say about her. I know what I'll say about her. But let's see if the cards agree, because I may have an opinion, but it may or may not be reality. The Fool and the Page of Pentacles. Young people, new starts. She's a fool if she thinks she's going to get away with it. But this is about a leap of faith and new starts. I was just showing you the middle cards. This is a deck you haven't seen before. I have not used before. It's one of those ones I bought. I told you I bought a bunch of decks. Okay, this is called Tarot of the Divine. This is the cover. It's actually quite beautiful. And this is what the back of the cards look like, and the information, the front of the card. So let's have a look at Kristy Nome. Oh my God. She's been on my list You know how Donald has a hit list. Oh my God. This is very hard to sometimes remember about, code words. So, Felon 45 has a list of people that he has not gotten along with because Felon 45 is a D-bag. He's a Richard. He's a felon. He's a con man. So he has a list of people. Who's on the list? Besides people I don't know, Michael Cohen, Hillary Clinton, the Lotus Queen, President Biden, President Obama. Oh, he hates Obama. Why? Because he wishes he could be Obama. That's why. He wishes he was that smart, that beloved. So, let's pull some cards on Kristy Nome and see what kind of trouble she's in. I'm charging the laptop, so I only have a certain amount of distance, so I won't be able to really show you the placement of the cards, but I will lift each one up, okay? Okay. I'm going to do a 5-card spread on Kristy Nome. In case I haven't shown that enough. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. These cards are talking to me. 7 of Cups. That's the energy. Now he's insulting India. I just got that from the Midas touch.
India is still furious at the Trump regime in the United States. We covered this last week, and I thought and still think the American media is giving this zero attention. They just spewed.
You guys, if you don't have a good source of real news and you're still watching legacy media, that means ABC, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, CBS, et al. If you are watching, because Fox is not news, that's an entertainment program, and not only is it an entertainment program, but they're licensing documents, which I have read because they're FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, online, so I've read them, and I'm not a lawyer, but I understand a lot, especially after all these years, right? We've been watching Glenn Kirshner and people of his, and I'm a Midas touch. I'm part of the Midas Mighty, so I watch them. I'm just telling you. 3 of Cups. This is a card of celebration, typically. They are, as you can see, they are dancing and happy. That's probably when she got put in that position. But here come the 8 of Wands. We love the 8 of Wands because this is information coming out fast. And I do mean fast. You see the one rod, or excuse me, the one wand here on fire? The documents, the information is coming out fast and furious. No pun intended. The 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Coins, as they call it. This is a card of completion. It's a card typically of legacy money. And she probably is hoping that she gets a piece of that pie. Probably already has. The 5 of Wands. This is, defending yourself, As you can see really closely, nobody's making contact with another body. It's all wand to wand. This is a card of action, a card of movement, and in this case, a card of like a battle between 5 people. And no one's going to win. And what do we have here? Justice! Bring it on, Kristy Nome. You are in deep SH, and this won't come from the DOJ. Of course, they are owned by Felon 45, except that the truth is the DOJ is the people's Department of Justice, not his. But he thinks it's his private, whatever. I have never really, I can't really say I hate someone. Like, whatever. I'm mad at George Clooney. I don't hate George Clooney. I'm not giving him that kind of power over me. But I disapprove of his hysteria over Joe Biden at the time. And, knowing what I know now, of course, Elroy Jetson was going to manipulate that from his little links in the sky, the little star and the link. So it wouldn't have mattered if he ran against Barack Obama. They were going to manipulate that vote. You understand? It's not an issue of not good enough. He could have ran against Jasmine Crockett. Okay. She's one of my... I just love her. Love her. Sorry about the coffee. Hazelnut, venti hazelnut latte with an extra shot of, what is it? Cappuccino, not cappuccino. Whatever it is. It's so good. And I'm so alert now. Justice is coming for you, Kristy Nome. And justice has swords that cut deep and cut on both edges. Sharp on both edges. Look at the face on this person. What is on her shoulder? Is that a cat? Or some kind of animal that looks very ferocious? Not against her, but, So, in a nutshell, Kristy Nome is in deep Bandini. If anybody knows what Bandini is, then you know what I'm saying. If you are someone who speaks Spanish, you will know what it is. Boop-de-doop-de-doo. Okay. I like these cards. Let's do another... Only 13 minutes. That's good. Let's do another quick reading. We'll do the same kind of setup on the Democrats in the Senate. Will they sign off on that horrific bill? I know they haven't yet. But will they? Or will they change it enough that the House won't go for it? Because what he really wants to do in that bill is dissolve the House and the Senate. I'd like to dissolve him. Like I say, I've never really hated anybody. You dislike them. You just leave them out of your life. Whatever. Right? Does that sound like rational adult thinking? moving away from what no longer serves you, that kind of a thing. But Felon 45, first time that I honestly could say that word, starting with the H and ending in an E, would apply to him. By the way, if one of my sisters might be watching this, yeah, I'm not wearing too much makeup. When do I ever wear too much makeup? Just wanted to throw that one in case they were watching. I have some makeup on. Do you guys really care? I mean, do you care how I look, or do you care what I say? Or do you care how kind I am, or whatever? I didn't think so. And I'm not here to please one particular person. I'm here for you guys. And me, because I love doing this. All right. The Democrats in the Senate, will they put the kibosh on the bill that makes it untenable, unacceptable to the House? We're going to do a 5-card spread, just like we did before. Oh, interesting. Okay. Now, before I do the reading on this, I'm taking another deck that I brought out because I wasn't sure what I was going to use, but I have to look something up, and this deck doesn't have it. Okay. Okay, and let me look up one. No, I know what that is. Okay, we're good. These little booklets are super important. I know that I have seen what you might call very experienced, seasoned people that you may watch that may or may not always remember something, but every deck is different. So I'm going to take that with a grain of salt, but it helps. Okay. So the 5 of Wands. This is fighting, battling, not necessarily with each other, but with maybe the red hats. You know, conflicts, etc. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Coins. This is holding on to like what you've got. You don't want to lose what you already have. So in this card, this is very sweet. So she's kind of hiding among... Oh, she's hiding inside the wingspan of this big bird with 3, 4 coins or pentacles. I don't want to confuse you. Some decks call them coins, some decks call them pentacles. And she's just taking care of what she's got, making sure she doesn't lose what she's got. Love the imagery on these. I didn't think I would like these as much as I do. When I first they're all the same size. I bought 5 new decks. And, I was going through them and sage, good juju out, in, bad juju out. Hi, Shelly. And Shelly's subscribers. Love you guys. I'm one of her subscribers, by the way. The next card is the Lovers. This is not necessarily a card of lovers. This is a card of relationships. You've got the female and this, what would I call this? Some kind of an animal. Okay, I'm going to say like a tiger or some sort of thing. And then the woman, all right? So you can see that's the face of this animal. And apparently the animal has horns. I don't know why. I don't know what that makes it, a bull, maybe. The imagery is the purview, if you will, of the creator of the deck. But the lovers are two or more, but two energies, the woman and this, giving each other like love and attention. And the next card is the Five of Swords. This is conflict, but the swords, you see the girl on the, let's just call that a boat, or some sort of a, maybe it's off the side, there's no water there, perhaps. But these are the swords, and this is conflict. And I would consider this to be a legal card. And the Democrats are pursuing all of these people. Not just in Congress right now. I was just watching the Midas Touch. And the last card out is the Ten of Wands. This is a 10 is typically a card of completion. You see the skeleton head here. And you see the wands, which are growing out from under the skeleton head into the tree. Let me look this one up. Ten of Wands. Burden, responsibility, stress, obligation, burning out, and struggles. Okay. Now, who's the one burning out? I don't know. I'm going to have to clarify that. Let's pull a few more. Page of Swords. Young person, maybe a lawyer, someone in the legal arena, but young, with the sword. And there's a lot of young Democrats. Don't be fooled by, older folks. I mean, Jamie Raskin is probably, I don't even know this for a fact. You may be able to look it up right now, but I can't. I'm going to guess he's not even 60. Okay? Now, to some people, that is old, but I don't consider that too old for him to remain. Plus, he's amazing. MTG, much younger. Get the f out. I didn't say it. Page of Swords. Young person, legal, a legal mind. Part of maybe the Democrats, you know how they have like their own lawyers and their own staff and so forth. Three of Coins. This is making a deal. Making a deal. One more, I swear. That's it. Queen of Wands. This is our beautiful, happy, loving, gentle Queen of Wands. Now, the Lotus Queen, I would call her Queen of Swords, but as you can see, this woman looks very happy. Okay, I gotta go with one more. I'm sorry. I know I said I was done, but the world. A card of completion, and quite frankly, that's what it is, card of completion. And quite frankly, the world is watching, and the Democrats are showing some fight and fire. You're just not watching if you don't see it. You're not watching the channels that are actually, um, you know, showing real news, real videos from real events in the Congress. You may be watching a Jake Tapper, or I used to talk about hate, and I didn't hate him, but Chuck Todd when he was the not Face the Nation, but Sunday, on that Sunday morning program, and I stopped watching it when the former host Tim Russert, when he was no longer um, on the planet. He was cut from the old cloth, the Dan Rathers, Walter Cronkite. A lot of you who might be younger, and I hope that some younger people join us, but for younger people, that was a real journalist. Someone who didn't have to tell you what to think, just laid out the facts. You have all the information. Now it is up to you, Mr. or Miss Citizen, to do your own research. Before we go, today I brought out my pendulum. I want you to know in advance that I'm not moving my hand. It is the energy coming through this thing, and this is heavy. You don't know that, but I know that, and I'm not lying. I don't have to lie. Anyway, Spirit, are you here? That's a yes. Thank you. Spirit, will you show everybody what no looks like? Thank you. Okay. How soon? I'm just asking. You know what I'm asking. How soon? Are we talking months? Okay. Are we talking 2025? Okay. Yes. These are yeses. Are we talking before Halloween? Yes. Are we talking before Labor Day? Yes. Clear, please. Thank you. Are we talking before the 4th of July? That's a small yes, but that's a yes. Okay. Have a wonderful day. I have to take a drink, excuse me. To the subscriber who was telling me why coffee gets cold, you're so smart. And you know why this doesn't cool off so quickly? Because it's in like an insulated thing. Anyway, I know, nobody needed to know that. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. I will be doing another video tonight on another topic. If you have a suggestion or you want me to read on something, Please, please, please put it in the posts so I know where to find it. Last resort, email me. If you put it in the comments, of course, you know I read them all, read all of them. I may or may not remember to write it down going, that's a good question. Okay? So please, please, please send me your questions. Subscribe, like, watch, think. If something doesn't resonate with you, look it up. If you feel that I have made an error, like with Jasmine Crockett, love you, and Dallas versus Houston, tell me. That's all good. That's cool. Okay? Sending you love, sending you light, and sending you all